Adua TV, bringing good things to life.
Good evening, viewers, and welcome to Religious Doctrines on the Hot Seat. My name is Reverend Father Ebenezer Pitu Styles, and I am your host for this program. Today's episode promises to be a very wonderful one because the topic we are about to discuss would inform us, would transform us, and educate us so that we can give our best to God. Today, I'm privileged to have a very important and a priest I admire so much for his love for God and the things of God. But before I introduce him, I would want us to note that our program is brought to you by Medifem Multi-Specialist Hospital and Fertility Center, a premier Ghanaian-owned private healthcare institution committed to delivering comprehensive, patient-centered medical care across multiple specialties. We'll go for a quick and short commercial break, and when we are back, we'll zoom in into our discussion.
At Medifem, there is a lot that we do that we make our patients very, very, very comfortable. Right from the entrance, when you enter here, there's not alone that you need. Even if you have your sickness, everything vanishes. I would like to also introduce that we have antenatal class as part of our nursing education. We do about 4 modules. Inside the 4 modules, we have various topics under them. This class also is done every week. There's a link that is shared where we discuss issues about maternal health. We also talk about neonatal jaundice, pregnancy-induced hypertension. It's a whole that we want everyone to come and experience. So kindly make it a point to come and experience Medifem, and you never forget. Remember that once you are not here, we are also not existing.
Ghana Adua TV Ghana Ushia me afrem yo hima tundra munim se mo hima se metisi dwem se ya na me didwedie na eto mo mabobo ano na mama dwedie nso ayefo de amamo ankasa asem de kese nso ne se yeji musika kuma bi ni abom nyuma hudero e de amamo afe ye wo all the 16 regions in Ghana me tremantem dun sieni nyinamo waitress say Adua TV Ghana ye ya shrobu adun ho boya ye se o se okotokro enka shroda ni auto bi apese mabo ho deru enfam ha no from me marketing team no e was 0591 557789 ana 055 162 4076 na me name is solid team no ye metwa no yopo enfam ha Ghana ye say ye be madwadie ayefo de amount Adua TV Ghana ye say kutu say bam clock it.
We are excited about July at Accra Fertility Center. Why? Because we get to celebrate IVF month. Yay! This is Accra Fertility Center in collaboration with the Adua team. We'll be coming your way to talk about IVF concerns. We have exciting packages coming. We have health talks, health foods. We have lots and lots of exciting packages coming your way. Did you know that you could actually be getting some discount packages at Accra Fertility Center? Yes, we are the first fertility center to offer packages on IVF procedures, and it's going to be so exciting. We can't wait to engage with you. Follow us on all our socials and make sure you're tuning in to Adua TV. See you soon.
My name is Dr. Joseph Pomia, and I'm the Medical Director of Accra Fertility Center, a part of the Medifem group of companies. As we all know, fertility is a big problem in Africa and all over the world, and 1 in 5 couples would definitely need some assistance in conceiving. At the Fertility Center in Medifem, we provide all kinds of fertility services: IVF, HC, embryo storage, sperm storage, egg storage, egg donation, sperm donation, surrogacy, All our services are completely confidential, and we take our couples through the journey with compassion, and our team are always available to help all the couples through their journey. In the month of July, Accra Fertility Center is offering a few packages for fertility services. All our prices are going to be slashed, so please come in with your partners. Let's go through your issues. Let's see the solutions that we can prepare to you, and let's see the packages that we can prepare to you so that you can achieve your aim during this month of July.
Hi everybody, my name is Emmanuel Osai, the clinical embryologist of Accra Fertility Center. July is IVF World Month, and to commemorate this, Accra Fertility Center is opening its door to every couple experiencing infertility. And I'm extending a special invitation to you that if you are experiencing infertility in any way, please do not hesitate to contact us, because we are having special packages available, which is tailored to meet the need of every couple, and you will never regret for coming to AFC.
Welcome back from the break, and today our topic for discussion is tithing, a social responsibility or an act of giving. Like I informed you before the break, our resource person is somebody who has love for God and is interested in these things, making sure that as Christians we live lives that are worthy to the glory of God's name. So viewers, we have in our midst today the Reverend Father Sylvester Emmanuel Finney, who is the parish priest for St. Joseph the Worker Anglican Church, Carnation, also known as the Maxi Cathedral.
Beautiful.
Father, you are welcome to Religious Doctrines on the Hot Seat.
Thank you very much, and then peace will Lord be with you, all our viewers. Thank you for having me too.
It's always a pleasure to talk to you, and I trust God that our discussions would bring people to the understanding of what tithing is, whether it is a social responsibility or an act of giving. Now, Father, you would agree with me that tithing is one of the most controversial topics, even in the church, because people have a different understanding. Some people believe that tithing is a thing of the past, it's a thing of the Old Testament, and in the New Testament we have been admonished, and usually we use the writings of Paul to say that Paul said we should give rather than giving tithes. So I want you to just give us a background of where the tithes came from and how we can be able to understand it in the current context.
Okay, thank you very much. Tithing or tithes is just a 10%.
Okay.
In other words, whatever you have, you divide into 10 and bring one portion to God. Everything that God gave to us, God always reserves a portion for himself and asks us to present that thing to him voluntarily. Yes, so God gave you the option. So you can see that right from the Garden of Eden, when God created everything, after that he put man to take care of the garden, and he told him to eat everything. And one particular tree has not to eat. So this presupposes that whatever God gave to you, God always reserves a portion for himself. And then when you touch what God preserved for himself, you may have trouble. You are launching into trouble. So this is the premise for the tithing.
Okay.
The first time we heard of the tithe is when Abraham, coming back from war, he met this priest of Salem.
That's Genesis 14.
That's right. And then when he met the priest, he gave a percentage of the spoils that he brought from the war, and gave it to the priest. And then the priest blessed him there. So that's where tithing starts from. It could be that the Bible records that first instance, but maybe it's a part that they have been doing almost every time.
Okay.
Before that instant, but the Bible records that instant, that out of the spoils of Abraham, he presented a portion, the 10th of it to the priest, and the priest in turn pour blessings upon him. And some portion of the Bible says that that act of Abraham, he gave a tithe together with those in his loins. In other words, posterity was supposed to enjoy from it.
From it, okay.
So he gave a tithe, and a tithe attached to the future generation. Now, and so as they go on, it became a practice that they do always. Then God instructed them to bring a tithe.
Okay.
So that's how they practiced it in the Old Testament. No, Christianity came from Judaism.
Judaism, yes.
Yes. And this is what the Jews practice. Even till now, they still do tithing. So it's not surprising that you can find tithing in Christianity.
Okay. So in your introductory remarks, one thing you said that I think we should explain more has to do with the voluntary giving.
Yeah.
So because you're saying that Abraham gave it out not from compulsion, but voluntarily.
Right.
So how do we juxtapose that act? So should tithe be something that one gives voluntarily, or it should be something that should be mandatory?
Now, God created human being as a free being. He wants us to worship him with our own will.
Okay.
Yes. The same thing applies to tithing.
Okay.
It's not by force. And it's not even a prerequisite to heaven. God, there's no law that when you don't give your tithe, you don't go to heaven. It's not there. So God wants us to do it willingly.
Willingly.
Yes. So we should not put pressure on people to bring a tithe. But it's a principle. If you want to enjoy your future, then you must leave some out. It's like a tree. When you get a fruit and you just open the fruit, there's a seed in it. Why did God put the seed? He said that everything has given you, leave a portion. Now the seed is supposed to plant it again to have more seeds. Now if you continue to chew the seeds, a time will come, the fruit will be extinguished.
Yeah, the tree will even die.
That's right. So there will be no fruit again. And that's why even we even pay meat. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
A portion of our salaries are put down for us, so that when we grow old or retire, we feed on that. So whatever we have, we still leave a portion. But you see, it is not compulsory.
Okay.
From the religious background, it's not compulsory. You must give willingly.
Okay, but when you read Leviticus and Deuteronomy, you see that, like you are saying, it becomes more of a law. That's, when you go, it says, give a portion or take this portion out and give to me as your tithe. So if you are saying that, and I'm referencing Deuteronomy chapter 14, verse 28 to 29. If you are saying that it is not a law and it is not mandatory, then how do we juxtapose this with what the scripture says?
Yeah, from this portion, it is not law that is given, it's not mandatory.
Okay.
But so if you are coming to me, present this thing.
Okay, so the first aspect has to do with your understanding that you are coming to God.
That's
and
right.
You are coming to give to God.
Going to give to God. So God is not demanding, pressing upon you. People come and they don't give.
Okay.
But instead, if you are coming to me, he has a reason why. So we'll come to the place where you will know why you must give a tithe.
So tithing in itself is an act of giving.
An act of giving, that's right.
Tithing itself is an act of giving. Okay, so let me try and bring a controversy here. So should tithe and be to God, or it should be to the community or the church?
I once encountered a lady whose mother was a fetish priest. She lived in I think in Germany, in the country. I've got a country for a long time. And to her, you don't need to even give offering in church.
Okay.
And a reason was that when you give the offering, the God come and take the offering to heaven. And I was reflecting on what she said. Then I said to myself, her mother was a fetish priest. So when people come for rituals and they bring their fowls and the rest, Did the gods chew the fowls? They don't chew. The fowls left. That the physical ones is for them to enjoy. So, though the tithing is for God, we are bringing it to God. Yet, after bringing it to God, the physical one we share, distribute. Now, I saw from the scripture that giving has two phases.
Okay.
The physical phase and the spiritual phase. I remember a man called Cornelius in the Bible who had been practicing almsgiving and prayers. And one day, whilst he was praying, God appeared to him and told him, Cornelius, your prayers and almsgiving have become a memorable in my sight. And I asked myself, so the good that he was doing, although doing the thing physical, but somehow the thing is being transported to heaven. So our giving or our act of giving transcend the earth.
Okay.
Somehow it goes to the highest realm as well. But the physical aspect is what you see.
What you see.
So when we are giving a tithe, we are giving to God first.
Okay.
Yet after giving to God, the physical aspect is what we distribute, we share among ourselves as well.
Okay, so viewers, one thing I want you to note from the discussion is that in as much as our giving is physical, there is a spiritual dimension
as well
to it. And tithes is one of the things, though it is voluntary, it is one of the things that has a spiritual connotation or a spiritual backing to it. And so, Father, in today's world, let me say today's Christianity, you explained that tithing is a 1/10 of what we're supposed to give. But if somebody pays, let me say 0.8, has the person paid tithe? Or the person pays 15%? Let me rephrase it again. So the person pays, let's say it's supposed to be 100, and the person is supposed to pay 1/10 of it.
That's right.
But the person pays 0.8 and not pays the 1. And somebody decides to also pay 2 or 3%.
Okay.
What is that also tithing?
From the word itself. No, from the Greek and the Hebrew, words are not just words. They mean what it says. So if you are going by that, if you don't pay the 1/10, there is no tithe. Now you can pay more because of the grace of giving. Now I read a book entitled "I Don't Believe in Tithing," that is written by Istuda Namba. He is saying that he pay more than the 10%. So not necessary to him the 10%, but you can pay more than 10%. In the government take more than 10% because the tax we pay is more than 10%. Yeah. But when we are giving, you should give with the mindset that you are giving to God. Giving to God, yeah.
So if the mindset is to give to God, one of the controversies that I've heard people say, I mean, maybe not in our circles, but in other circles, has to do with, I pay my tithe to this man of God. Is that scripture?
It is not scriptural, because tithing we present to God. Okay. So you give to the God, but you are giving to the man of God.
But the man of God represents God.
That's why I told you that the physical aspect of it and the spiritual aspect.
Okay.
So the most important aspect is the spiritual aspect, not the physical aspect. So when you are giving to God.
Okay.
But God has a representative on earth, which is the man of God. So he receives it on behalf of God.
Okay.
Yes, it's like the Eternal Revenue Rest. They receive some of the taxes on behalf of the president.
Yeah.
And then they send it back to the president to confess. That's why. So the man of God then becomes like a representative, God represented on earth to receive it for him on his behalf.
Okay, so now in getting to that point, or after stating this point, I want us to look at the stewardship. The stewardship that is associated with the paying of tithes.
Yeah.
Because the controversy around is that people like us, men of God, use the tithes to enrich ourselves. And we buy beautiful cars, We build beautiful mansions,
Yeah.
and the poor and the needy are neglected. Can you just give us something small that has to do with the stewardship of the tithe?
Yes. A steward is a caretaker. And a caretaker must take care of whatever God has given to him. The problem is, yes, indeed, some of us as men and women of God are abusing the tithe. Because you get a tithe and there are people around you that are in need, and then you don't look at them, but rather you enrich yourself. Definitely you must eat some, but remember the poor in the society as well. Remember the poor in the congregation, that you must take care of them as well. So when the money comes, you think about them. People, the controversy of tithe has to do with how the money is being used, but not the payment. Actually,
Okay.
people are willing to pay, but their issue is that when I pay, I saw this man of God enjoying. He has built mansions, he has so many cars, and still collecting. So for them, it is the usage of the tithe, but not necessarily the payment.
The payment.
Yes, or giving of tithe, but how we use the tithe. When we come to the Orthodox Church, for our church, we don't really pay tithe to individual.
Okay.
We pay it to the church.
Very well.
Yes. And then we use it to run the church as well. And so hardly will your tithe go to individual pockets. It comes to the church, and then equity, the church shares among everybody. For example, in the church, we need to pay bills.
Okay.
This tithe also helps us to pay bills. We need to run the church. Tithe also helps us to run the church. We need to undertake some projects. Aside harvest and rest, tithe also helps us to do so. We need to establish new churches. Tithe also do so. Now, for our setting, when we give our tithe, we pay a percentage to the diocese, and diocese use that one to run the whole diocese. For instance, we have churches at the rural areas, and a priest will be assigned to that rural area. That rural area cannot take care of the priest. It means that the diocese must take care of
So
the
this
priest.
is where the equity comes in,
That's
so
right.
that everybody
You share equal. Equity doesn't mean equal. It means that you give people according to their
according
need.
to their need. Okay.
That's right,
Okay.
yeah.
Yes.
So somebody may be somewhere far, you need 500. Some may need 200. So that's why we share among them, so that those over there whose churches cannot take care of them, the diocese step in. For example, the diocese have to rent a house, furnish it. Yes, they are comfortable. That's right. So that's how the Anglican Church deals with the tithe. Notwithstanding, one or two people have paid tithe personally. Oh, tithe, Father, this one is for you. It's for you personally. That one is a different one.
Okay. Okay. All right. So, you made mention of something very important, viewers, and I want you to take note. Maybe because you are not close to the church in terms of the administration. You mentioned the running of the church.
Yeah.
Is it difficult to run a church? Taking out the tithe.
It's difficult to run a church, yes, because we are all asking people to contribute voluntarily.
Okay.
It's easy to run the state because that one is compulsory. You must pay tax. If you don't
It's
pay
easy to run the state.
Yes.
Okay.
Because if you don't pay tax, you face some laws, and then you can't even go to court as well.
Yeah.
They can even send to jail. But for the church, because we ask people to give willingly, it's difficult. When people decide not to give, then the church will struggle. Yes. So it's more easier to run the state because getting resources to the state because of law, it becomes mandatory. When it comes to the church, it's not so.
It's not so.
Yes, people give freely. You decide, okay, this month I won't give my tithe. You cannot force the person. You cannot take the person to court. So it's more difficult to run the church without these givings or this type of givings or offerings as well.
Okay, so now let's come to the New Testament. The New Testament talks about giving generously.
Yeah,
As
generously.
we see in 2 Corinthians chapter 8 and to chapter 9, we see how the Apostle Paul talks about giving generously
Yeah.
to run the church. So do you think that in this dispensation we should take up the tithe and rather encourage and parishioners or church members to give generously instead of the tithe?
Tithe is not it's not all the type of giving. Yeah, it's a portion of the types of giving.
Okay.
Yes. Now, the one who proposed generous giving, that is Apostle Paul, he being a Jew, I'm sure he has been paying tithe. But just that he was talking about, let's give collectively out of our heart too. Now, we are following Jesus Christ and not Apostle Paul.
Very well.
Rather funny that most of the seminary dwell more on Paul line epistles, Paul line writing, and then later upon Jesus Christ. Now, Jesus was on earth never condemned the tithing. He rather told them that there's something more weightier, that you should do both, or should go hand in hand. So if Jesus was on earth, did not condemn tithing, but rather encourage that something must be added to our tithing, then we cannot take tithing out. Yes. People are quick to bless themselves with the blessing of Abraham. That, oh, I'm a child of Abraham, I'm this, wherever I go, yes. But when it comes to the thing that Abraham did, so that one is outmoded. That is wrong. That is totally wrong.
So that means that we cannot take a portion of the scriptures and take it as personal. And then when it comes to the other portion, we
call that believers. I think that does caught where you polarize around a certain portion of scripture, and then you believe that the other was answer. I won't believe it. That's a cult.
That's a cult.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, viewers. You have heard, and I'm sure that the conversation is getting interesting as we go. And I want to go for a short commercial break, and when I return, we'll delve more into the tithing bit. We'll look at your the famous scripture, Malachi chapter 3. We'll delve into that very well. But I want you to know that this show is sponsored by Medifem Multi-Specialist Hospital and Fertility Center, a premier Ghanaian-owned private healthcare institution. We'll be right back after this break.
At Medifem, there is a lot that we do that we make our patients very, very, very comfortable. Right from the entrance when you enter here, there's no alone that you make. Even if you have your sickness, everything vanishes. I would like to also introduce that we have antenatal class as part of our nursing education. We do about 4 modules. Inside the 4 modules, we have various topics under them. This class also is done every week. There's a link that is shared where we discuss issues about maternal health. We also talk about neonatal jaundice, pregnancy-induced hypertension. It's a whole that we want everyone to come and experience. So kindly make it a point to come and experience Medifem, and you never forget. Remember that once you are not here, we are also not existing.
Ganaja o Ganaja Adwe TV Ganaja Ushia me afrem yo hima Tundra Munim se mo hima Se mitisi dwem se ya Na mi di dwedie Na eto mo maboboano Na mama dwedie nso ayefo di amamo ankasa asem de kese nso ne se yeji musika kuma bi ni abomu nyuma hudero e di amamo afe ye wo all the 16 regions in Ghana metre mantem do sieni nyinamo weitre say Adwe TV Ganaja ye ya shrobo adon ho boya ye se o se okotokro enka shroda ni auto bi apese mabo hudero emfa ma no from me marketing team no e was 0591 557789 ana 055-162-4076 na me name is solid team no ye metwa no yopo emfa ma Ganaja o Ganaja ye say ye be madwadie ayefo dia ma Adwe TV Ganaja e ye say kutu say bam clock it.
We are excited about July at Accra Fertility Center. Why? Because we get to celebrate IVF month. Yay! This is Accra Fertility Center in collaboration with Doctrines. We'll be coming your way to talk about IVF concerns. We have exciting packages coming. We have health talks, health rules. We have lots and lots of exciting packages coming your way. Did you know that you could actually be getting some discount packages at Accra Fertility Center? Yes, we are the first fertility center to offer packages on IVF procedures, and it's going to be so exciting. We can't wait to engage with you. Follow us on all our socials and make sure you're tuning in to Adore TV. See you soon.
My name is Dr. Joseph Pomia, and I'm the Medical Director of Accra Fertility Center, a part of the Medifem group of companies. As we all know, fertility is a big problem in Africa and all over the world, and 1 in 5 couples would definitely need some assistance in conceiving. At the Fertility Center in Medifem, we provide all kinds of fertility services: IVF, HC, embryo storage, sperm storage, egg storage, egg donation, sperm donation, surrogacy. All our services are completely confidential, and we take our couples through the journey with compassion, and our team are always available to help all the couples through their journey. In the month of July, Accra Fertility Center is offering a few packages for fertility services. All our prices are going to be slashed, so please come in with your partners. Let's go through your issues. Let's see the solutions that we can prepare to you, and let's see the packages that we can prepare to you so that you can achieve your aim during this month of July.
Hi everybody, my name is Emmanuel Osai, the clinical embryologist of Accra Fertility Center. July is IVF World Month, and to commemorate this, Accra Fertility Center is opening the door to every couple experiencing infertility. And I'm extending a special invitation to you that if you are experiencing infertility in any way, please do not hesitate to contact us, because we are having special packages available, which is tailored to meet the need of every couple, and you will never regret for coming to AFC.
Welcome back from the break, and I trust that you are enjoying the conversation. We are talking about tithing, whether it is a social responsibility or an act of giving. And I have been discussing this with Reverend Father Emmanuel Sylvester Finney, the parish priest of St. Joseph Anglican Church, Kaneshie, the Magzi Cathedral. Okay, Father, so now let's go into Malachi chapter 3. Malachi chapter 3. And I'd want to read this as my introductory statements before I ask my question. Malachi chapter 3, verse 10. So verse 8. It says that, will a mere mortal rob God? Yet you rob me. But you ask, how are we robbing God? In tithes and offerings. You are under a curse, your whole nation, because you are robbing me. Bring the whole tithe into the storehouse, that there may be food in my house. Test me in this, says the Lord Almighty, and see if I will not throw open the floodgates of heaven and pour out so much blessing that there will be no room enough to store it. Now, this scripture, we see a lot of people use this as the basis to say that the church must necessarily collect tithes. But we have people who have also made the arguments that the richest people in the world, some do not pay tithes. Some of them are not even Christians. So if the scripture says that, and I will open the floodgates of heaven and I will bless you, how do we juxtapose the paying of tithes to the blessing of the believer?
Good. Practically, if you're not a Ghanaian, the laws of Ghana does not apply to you.
Okay.
Yes. But if you are a Ghanaian and you do business in Ghana, you must abide by the principles, the laws of Ghana. So those who may not be Christians, and then they they don't give tithe and they get rich, they are operating at a different law. So we can't go with it.
Okay.
Let's speak about what we know of. Now, I began by saying this, that whatever God gave to us, God reserved a portion for himself. And that portion, he wants you to bring it to him willingly. And it's not compulsory. So if you're not bringing it to him, it's like you are robbing him. But this is mine. And I expect to bring. Now, you could see what the implication of not bringing the tithe. Because when you don't bring the tithe, it means that people will go hungry. And there'll be trouble, there'll be chaos. If you don't feed them. Let's use the Jews as an example. They live together in the same community. And then the tithe, some portion goes to those who are poor.
Poor and the needy. Okay.
The needy. Then some portion goes to, in quotes, the clergy, those that serve the church. Because God told the house of Levi not to work. Yes. Not working means that doesn't mean that what they are doing is not work. People think that to be a man of God or a clergyman is not work.
Okay.
And so they are just there enjoying. No, to be a man of God, a servant, a woman of God is a great work. How to manage human beings is not easy. For example, the bank manager already manage papers. You just look at your parent, what else does he do? They manage the papers. But to manage human being is very difficult.
Yes, that I agree with you.
And even to sit down or to give a sermon for even 5 minutes, it's not easy. It's not easy at all. So nobody should downplay the work that the clergyman did. The fact that the Levites don't work doesn't mean that working in the church is not work. It is very tedious. They work 24/7. Odd hours, you call them. When you are sick, you don't call your bank manager. Please let my money do. You call your priest. When you need something to be done to bless your house, you call your priest. Anything you are about to do, you call your. You don't call your bank manager.
In fact, I'm not cutting you, but one of the things that were taught at the seminar is that the man of God is at the beginning of life.
Yes.
And it's at the end of life.
That's right.
So in between the beginning and the end of life is the work of the man of God.
That's right. Yeah. When you retire, doesn't retire. You call him. You have troubles at all, you call him. So it's work. So God wants them to have full concentration on his way. So he asks them not to work. So when you are not bringing your tithe, you are trying to say that, well, the man of God should now go stop God's work and go and find work to do. The poor and the anxiety should also do something else, so that they will start to rob people, can kill people. All social vice, most of them come from this. I remember one day in my parish, one of our parish at Lashibi, a certain woman with two children, she want to site a small container in front of the church to sell. And the church, in front of the church, behind somebody's wall, and there's a street. The one who was in that house, at the back of his house that we put the container, came to me and asked me to ask the woman to move the stuff from there. And that lady or that woman was a Christian. I don't know if he has changed, but he was a Christian. I don't know if she's still. And I asked her a question. That if you don't allow this woman to sell the thing here, how will she be able to feed the children? If she's not able to feed the children can become armed robbers and the rest, and they come and attack you and I. So we're giving them this small space for them to sell. It's a way of stopping other social vices.
Okay.
And so when we don't bring the tithe to the storehouse, like people can get food to eat, in a way we are cursing ourselves because of troubles that will come. Troubles that will come. Now, the church, I don't know how, but the church have employed many people too.
Yeah.
Many people. Talk about the Christian church. We have schools, we have hospitals, we have orphanages and the rest. people are there of which you are paying them. So when the church doesn't have money to run or to take care of these things, unemployment will go higher.
Yeah.
And then eventually we'll have social problems.
Okay.
So that case actually could be this.
Okay. So let me ask practically. Practically, I mean, you have been in the ministry for long. Practically, is the poor being taken care of? Is the needy being taken care of?
Yes.
Are those who are supposed to also enjoy from the tithes being taken care of?
From my background and from where I'm coming from, a big yes.
Okay.
Even Jesus' time, he told Judas, you always have the poor with you. So we cannot take care of all the poor. We can take care of some.
Okay.
I love the quote from Madame Teresa. One day, I think she was a teacher in India, and she could see how poor people are. Anytime she's come to work, she will see the poor folks. So one day she approached the principal of the school. I give my paycheck. I want to go and feed the poor. And the principal laughed. There are thousands of them, and she said, "If I cannot feed 1,000, I can feed one." Yes. So yes, the poor will always be there, but some are being taken care of. For example, I was in the parish last Monday or so. Last week Monday, and my son was downstairs, and they called that somebody's after me. So I came down in the evening around 5 something, and I don't even know the person. She doesn't even live around us. She lives somewhere in Achimota. So she was passing. Somebody told her to come. What's the policy? Oh, her son is at Accra Polytechnic University, and then she's about completing, but she really wants subject, so she's supposed to go for receipt, and they need money to pay for the receipt. For Monday, I think the deadline was Wednesday. If he can't pay that receipt examination, then he cannot graduate. That woman needs only 500 cedis to do so. That week, my cousin traveled, from, I think he came back and then sent me 1,000 cedis. Charlie, Father, thank you very much. Take this. It was on my phone. I was thinking of Charlie. I owe some, but I'm so good to pay the money. But when I listened to woman's story, and I called the boy, so the boy called me. So their own is more important than mine. So quickly I said, give me your number. I don't know where from. So I sent the money to her. And she's not the first one. People have been coming to me. Funny enough, when I was at Lashibi, one day I was there and then a certain woman came to me, a widow. Oh, she was wearing black and the rest. And then I said, what's the problem? He said, the husband died not long ago, I think 2 weeks or so. And as a widow, she's not supposed to go out. They are hungry and she needs food. And she had been selling fish. She's a fishmonger around my area. And then she's in need. I said to myself, hey, so when you have been selling the fish, you don't bring some to me. But you are in need now, you want to... So you have been passing here every time. You have been selling fish. You know, but that's also for today, take fish. Out of my own pocket, I gave it so then we have what we call great entrance. So I have some of the food stuff. Let's give it time to where to go. And so one way or the other, we take care of the poor. Yes. And then the clergy too, yes, not enough, but we take care of the clergy. As much as we get, as what we gave out. Yeah. Okay. From my perspective.
Okay.
But from another perspective,
I can't tell. That, so. Okay. And I appreciate what you are saying because this gives us the practicality of what some of the tithes that parishioners and church members pay are being used for. And so thank you for this enlightenment. Now, Father, you agree with me that today tithes have been more often described as a form of seed sowing. Seed sowing. So some people attach certain prophetic words and prophetic utterances to the paying of tithes. And can you say something about that? Is it scriptural?
Yes. Before then, I think if not last year, this year, the Anglican Church, one of our manuals for Bible studies, a type of giving.
Givings, yes.
So we have seed sowing as part of them. We have first fruit. We have tithe. We have offering.
Yes.
So these are types of giving. We have a type for seed sowing, different from tithe.
Tithe.
You have a time for offering.
Yes.
Different from tithe. And so sometimes we coerce the people to give. And so we use sweet words to encourage them to give. But that's not the case. Giving must be done from a willing heart.
Okay.
Tell the people the situation on ground. And if they are cut to heart, they'll support. You know, when the Corinthian church was, I think it's the Corinthian church, yeah. I think so. They were in need. And then Paul went around to all the churches and then told them to take 2 offerings. One offering for the day and the other one to help the Corinthian church. And that's how the church in Macedonia, they did so well. That they gave, they were in the richest church.
I think Paul commended them.
Yes, because of that. They were in the richest church, and yet they are giving a seed more than all the big churches. So it is not about you using words to entice the people. Let them know the essence of the tithe. Now, before you continue, let's go back to the Malachi reading.
Okay.
No, the reason for the tithe is one, that there be food
in the storehouse.
In those days, they gave tithe not necessarily in cash, but
with foodstuffs,
so that if we're hungry and they come, they get some to eat. But in our dispensation, we don't really need that. That brought in the price of harvest. For example, if you go to the market to buy tomato, the money goes in the pocket of the tomato seller. But if you brought to the church, the money goes into the church. And so we encourage people that what you need to buy outside, buy in the church, so that the money will stay
in the church.
That is the genesis of the harvest.
Okay.
So I was in Brazil for a year, and they don't do harvest, but what they do is lunch. So you're available for lunch, and then when they pay for a meal, that money comes to the church.
Okay.
So that's what they do. So in that dispensation, everything has become cash.
Okay.
The church does not have a market where we sell those things. If not, they will all perish. So you bring money to the church. Now, in a way, that money or that offerings or that tithe somehow benefit the church or the individual, because even in this studio, we are here because of some of the monies we pay.
Okay.
Yes. The tithe also help us to run the TV,
yes.
Pay staffs, pay electricity bills, and whatever you want the church to, whatever you want to enjoy in the church comes from these tithes and offerings. So when you are giving a tithe, you are blessing yourself. In the same way, when you give your tax, the government come back to to help us in the sense that government are able to do more for the states.
The states with more resources.
The resources. That is one. So when you don't give your tithe, things will suffer. Now, God said that when you give your tithe, there's a blessing attached to the tithe. That anytime you give your tithe, you are putting me to a test. And it says that me, God, I'll open windows of heaven
and pour down blessings upon you.
Then it talks about an enemy called the devourer. Now, the devourer, it is only tithe that can deal with the devourer. It's not about prayer. This is very prescriptive. For example, you go to hospital and they give you a prescription. Take this medicine 3 times daily. You cannot say that to me, I'll take 1 time.
It will not achieve the purpose.
Because this, I don't like paracetamol. I like something else. It will not go. So God, no, the Bible is a great prescriptive book. It prescribe whatever we need supposed to do.
Yeah.
So when it comes to dealing the devourer, it is only tight. It's not prayer and fasting. You can pray, you can fast, but the devourer will still be there. So God deals with the devourer through tithe. God has vested. God is very powerful. It's all powerful being, but God has vested part of His powers in principles. That when you follow the principles, you will encounter God. For example, God said, when you come to me, pass this door, then you come to me. If you pass the other door, you won't come.
Like Jesus says, I am the way, the truth, and the life. It is something that is there. You can't do anything about it.
That's right. So God has vested part of His powers in tithing.
Okay.
So if you want to encounter God in that particular way, then you must give a tithe. Then God will deal with the devourer of our lives.
Okay. All right, viewers, I trust that you are enjoying this conversation, because the way Father Feni is breaking it down for us to understand the issue about the tithing and everything, I believe that would have clearer understanding of it. I want to go for a quick commercial break. When I come back, we'll summarize what we have heard today, and there's a very important question I will ask, and which I know you are interested. So let's go for this commercial break. When we are back, we'll continue with the conversation on tithing being a social responsibility or an act of giving.
At Medifem, there is a lot that we do that we make our patients very, very, very comfortable. Right from the entrance, when you enter here, there's no alone that you make. Even if you have your sickness, everything vanishes. I would like to also introduce that we have antenatal class as part of our nursing education. We do about 4 modules. Inside the 4 modules, we have various topics under them. This class also is done every week. There's a link that is shared where we discuss issues about maternal health. We also talk about neonatal jaundice, pregnancy-induced hypertension. It's a whole that we want everyone to come and experience. So kindly make it a point to come and experience Medifem, and you never forget. Remember that once you are not here, we are also not existing.
Ghana ja adwe TV Ghana ja ushia me afrem yo hima tundra munim se mo hima se metisi dwem se ya na me didwadie na eto amom abobo ano na mama dwadie nso ayefo di amamo ankasa asem de kese nso ne se yeji musika kuma bi ni abomu nyuma hudero edi amamo afe ye wo all the 16 regions in Ghana me chemantem do sieni nyinemo waitre say adwo TV Ghana ja ye ya shrobu adun ho boya ye se o se okotokro enka shroda ni auto bi apese embo ho deru enfama no from me marketing team no e was 0591 557789 ana 055 162 4076 na me name solid team no ye metwa no yopo enfama Ghana ja ye say ye be madwadie ayefo dia ma adwo TV Ghana ja ye say kutu say bam clock it.
We are excited about July at Accra Fertility Center. Why? Because we get to celebrate IVF month. Yay! This is Accra Fertility Center in collaboration with Ability. We'll be coming your way to talk about IVF concerns. We have exciting packages coming. We have health talks, health walks. We have lots and lots of exciting packages coming your way. Did you know that you could actually be getting some discount packages at Accra Fertility Center? Yes, we are the first fertility center to offer packages on IVF this year, and it's going to be so exciting. We can't wait to engage with you. Follow us on all our socials and make sure you're tuning in to Adore TV. See you soon.
My name is Dr. Joseph Fomia, and I'm the Medical Director of Accra Fertility Center, a part of the Medifem group of companies. As we all know, fertility is a big problem in Africa and all over the world, and 1 in 5 couples would definitely need some assistance in conceiving. At the Fertility Center in Medifem, we provide all kinds of fertility services: IVF, ICSI, embryo storage, sperm storage, egg storage, egg donation, sperm donation, surrogacy. All our services are completely confidential, and we take our couples through the journey with compassion, and our team are always available to help all the couples through their journey. In the month of July, Accra Fertility Center is offering a few packages for fertility services. All our prices are going to be slashed, so please come in with your partners. Let's go through your issues. Let's see the solutions that we can prepare to you, and let's see the packages that we can prepare to you so that you can achieve your aim during this month of July.
Hi everybody, my name is Emmanuel Osai, the clinical embryologist of Accra Fertility Center. July is IVF World Month, and to commemorate this, Accra Fertility Center is opening its door to every couple experiencing infertility. And I'm extending a special invitation to you that if you are experiencing infertility in any way, please do not hesitate to contact us, because we are having special packages available, which is tailored to meet the need of every couple, and you will never regret for coming to AFC.
Welcome back from the break, and this is Religious Doctrines on the Hot Seat. And today our topic has been tithe, whether it is a social responsibility or an act of giving. And so, Father, I like the perspectives and the way you have explained why we should give tithes, or why the church needs the tithe of members. But I want to ask, in today's world, it seems that we have narrowed tithings to, like you have explained, the building, the salaries, the caring for the poor and the marginalized. But can I decide that I want to pay my tithe to, let's say, a certain poor person? So maybe I see the need. Let me put it this way. So I see as a Christian, I always tell people that I'm a Christian before a priest or a pastor, because my Christianity is what holds me before I become a priest or a pastor. Can I decide to say that I have identified the need of somebody in the church? So I want to pay my tithe and give to that person to solve that person's need.
Okay. First of all, if it is a conviction of the Holy Spirit, fine.
Okay.
But if you think that because you don't see the type being used in your way, then you want to go
in your way. Okay.
Right. Then you want to go this way, then you will be wrong. Because God instructs where the tithe should go.
Okay.
Take it to the stores. Now, anytime the people are about to give, God tells them what to do. And in the exact place, they should go and present the gift. The gift must come to the priest, for the priest to pray over. You know, in the New Testament, when they bring the tithe, the priest have to wave it before God.
Okay.
Yes.
You have to present it as an offering before God. Okay.
Before it goes out. And so if you give it to the person, was the person a priest?
Okay, before you continue on that, can you, this program is also for educational purposes. And so why does the priest or the man of God need to pray over the tithes?
Yes. That's, you see, I told you that the Bible is very prescriptive. God, the order God has set aside, or God has set. His representative should receive it.
Okay.
And then he dedicate to him. You can do it on your own. But God will not accept it as the man he has appointed to do so. It's like from our background, we are this traditional religion, ATR, African traditional religion.
African traditional religion, yes.
You cannot go and present things straight to the gods. No, you necessarily need the fetish priest.
Oh yes, then that medium. That's
There's somebody, an intermediary, that stand between man and the gods.
The gods.
So whatever you want to present comes to that person and then goes to the god. The priest is that person, that intermediary between the human being and God. So we stand in between them. So whatever you're going to give to God comes to that channel. There are some things that God wants you to calm yourself. It's different from these things. So that one, it is prescribed for the priest to do so. In a case, only 10% of your salary. You have 90%. You can also give the 90% out. You can give portion 90% to the same poor person as in need.
Okay.
Yes.
So in answer, I remember one of our Bible study classes, like you referenced, the manual that was given to us. Somebody asked a question, and his question was that, Father, I'm coming to church, and somebody comes to my house and says that my child is sick, like the examples you have given. I have to take the child to the hospital. In fact, we are at the hospital. We have been there, but they have been asked to come in and give something before they can start the treatment. And you are a faithful Christian. You are coming. You've put your tithes in an envelope or whatever, however you want to put it. You have your offering and probably your fare that will bring you from church back to the house to and fro. Now that tithe is more than your offering, and that is the only money you have now. If you give that money, which is your tithe, have you fulfilled all righteousness?
After you have not paid your tithe. Yes. For example, if you're supposed to pay your tax, and then something happened and divert the money, will the government come after? Yes, will come after. You are not still not pay the tithe, your tax. So yes, at this point of the moment, that money need to go somewhere, and you have done that. You come and reinvest. Or your tithe is your tithe.
Okay.
Your tithe is your tithe. It should be the first thing, the first among the first. As soon as you get, some people have channels that as soon as my salary hits my account, just pay the tithe straight away. Yes, some people have that. They have made that system that I don't want to delay my tithe. It's the first thing I'm giving to God. So God deserves the first and the best. And so as soon as I get the money, tithe go. Because if I delay, I will spend the money.
Okay.
Yes. So when someone is in need, and then you give that money to the person, it's still to go and pay the tithe. In the same way, the state will not forgive you for not paying your tax because you help a Ghanaian. If you help the government, he'll not forgive. You still need to go and pay. So tithe is tithe. Other help is still there, so you can also help.
Also help. Okay. So viewers, I believe that we are coming to, in fact, we are understanding what we need to understand about tithe, whether it is a social responsibility or an act of giving. For the sake of time, we are going to bring you the second part of this interview next week, God willing. And so stay blessed. God bless you for always watching. And I promise you that next week's will be also insightful as you have heard from today. So thank you very much. And we'll continue, God willing, next week with the second bit of our topic, tithes, a social responsibility or an act of giving. Remember that this program is brought to you by Medifem Multi-Specialist Hospital and Fertility Center, a premier Ghanaian-owned private healthcare institution committed to delivering comprehensive patient-centered medical care across multiple specialities. God bless you. And if you have any questions or any things that you wish to be cleared concerning this type, you can post them in our comment section if you are watching on Facebook, or if you can find a way to get your questions to us on Adwa TV, just go online, search Adwa TV, and then send us a message. We'll be glad to hear from you and to answer your questions. So, Father, let me say thank you for the first part as we continue. God bless you also for watching. My name is Reverend Father Ebenezer Petu Styles, and I have been your host for today's program. God bless you, and see you, God willing, next week.